Hey y'all. Hey. Um no microphone or nothing like that. Matter of fact, I was over here watching, you probably can hear, I'm watching Dear Woke Christian. I just saw he had up a debate. Uh it was a debate going on. And I guess um I hope everybody's okay. I just decided to come on here right quick. But let me put up Dear Woke Christian for you guys. Um, Sorry, y'all. I'm not on a mic today. Um, hey, Chavis. Look, I forgot to upgrade my StreamYard, and I was about to, but remember last time you had to call me. You had to call me when I was putting my credit card. So I'm a wait. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Jazzy. Jazzy, I got to email you too. Sorry, I was under the weather. I'm much better now, but I was watching Dear Woke Christian, and I was like, hey Tracy. I was like, let me just pop on here really quickly. Let me just go over to his page. So I just want to chit chat. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I miss you guys. I miss talking to you guys, of course. I miss being involved and stuff like that. So I just wanted to do a little chit chat to get back in the groove. Thank you so much. I am definitely feeling uh you y'all, it's a true story. Chavis called my phone like Berg. What was I trying to do? Super chat or something? I forgot. Berg, you might want to close that line. Yeah. Um, Thank you, Jazzy. I'm feeling so much better. You know the thing about getting sick, once you feel better, don't you appreciate it so much? Like if the Lord allowed you to definitely get that one day, like I was sick so many days, I woke up like, wait a minute, wait a minute. You know how you get in a routine that you don't feel good? Yo, I woke up one day like, wait a minute, I don't have any of those um any of those symptoms. You know what I mean? But I wanted to peek in on Dear Woke Christian. Shout out to him. He had a subscriber thon the other day. He's trying to make he has a goal in mind. I just noticed that he is talking about debate. And it's so funny because I didn't see the whole thing, but I don't see Napoleon up there. But I don't know who the young lady is, but I see Nate Fields, the Republican candidate. There go Ryan. I'm gonna go to Ryan channel to look at it. But testing, 1, 2, 3. That's better than what it was. I don't know who that is, the woman at the end. If anybody know, put it in the chat. But he was talking about the debate, and we'll eavesdrop on him really quick. But it's so funny because, and I really don't have anything against Napoleon at all. I just think the way the Southland works is so funny. It's just funny to me. If he did not show up to the debate, he doesn't have to go to any meetings. He doesn't have to, come out here if he don't want to. It's just hilarious to me because, he has been our state senator for 12 years. But it's just funny to say that it's like, okay, y'all gonna vote for me and I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? And you have these three guys. Like I said, I don't know who the young lady is at the end. If you guys know, let me know. But it's just oh, she's a write-in. Thank you, Cynthia. And it's just so funny. Like, it's like, do anybody get what I'm saying? It's even with the candidates, like Dolton is oversaturated, vote for Stubbs, vote for Avant, vote for, everybody knows Napoleon's gonna win. I think the hardest one would be Nate Fields. But like I say, it's nothing against Nate Fields, but Nate Fields is pretty easy to get out the way. And I'm saying that not in a negative way. Don't take those words the wrong way. But it's pretty easy. He still hangs with the dots, right? So even though he's an independent candidate, all they would have to do is offer him a high paying position and he would get what he needs, which is back in the township. Now, the cool thing about Nate Fields is he's young, he's new, he's refreshing, right? But if he comes back, that name recognition, if Napoleon doesn't do what the people feel in 4 years in Thornton Township, people will always remember Nate Fields and his passion for running. And then the Republican candidates, it's just hard because, Illinois is blue. And like I said, everyone was so quiet, right? So, oh my God. You know what I was wondering? I was talking to a friend, Cynthia, and we were saying, like, him and Napoleon standing next to each other, it would just be, and I'm sorry guys, I don't have my mic and stuff. It would just be tragic because Napoleon would swallow him in the court of public looks. You know what I mean? Because Richard is wearing his clothes oversized. Now, I was wondering, I don't know who he was before this, but I was wondering, was he sick? And I'm only saying this because y'all know I love talking about clothes over here. The neck size. He's not getting the right neck size for his shirts. So he might be bigger in the body, but he's not getting the right neck size. And he really should, when your clothes fall off you like that, I do know people sometimes they lost a lot of weight and they just haven't gotten around to shopping. But for this position, he needs to have stuff to the T because people are judging him just on the looks. You know what I mean? It's just what happens. It's what happens. Oh, and thank you. Yes, you guys, live stream gold, $19.99. Cash App, Burgundy-Blue-com. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Trying to get in the, don't know how long I'll be on here, but yeah, I agree, Cynthia. Yeah, like the clothes, like you're sitting next to Nate Fields, who is looking pretty spiffy. I don't know if I would have worn gym shoes, but that I mean, it looks good. And a baseball cap, but that appeals to the younger voters. But that's the thing, sort of with Tiff, and Nate Fields is very charming when you meet him. But that's the thing Tiffany had, where she's appealing to the younger people, or trying to, right? And the youth is not at those board meetings. I don't think you see, unless it's somebody bringing their kid, you don't see nobody willingly going in there under 40, but Nate Fields. Like, to be honest, including those vlogging, including me. I haven't seen anybody up in there under 40 some years old willingly, right? So yeah, it's very interesting. But it is time to vote. I want to give y'all some funny tea. I'm trying to work on a video. You got shoulder pads. hey Curtis. Thank you. Yeah, he does. Yeah, you know what, Richard Nolan, the hair, and it's so sad, right? The hair, the suit, he's very dated, right? And it's so sad that we're sitting up here talking, that I'm sitting up here, not y'all, because I'm the one yapping, but it's his suits, and even people saying this the way he looks. It just sucks that it's that way, but that's the way it is, and you have to just come through with that, because people do judge you on looks, and that sucks. It sucks really, really much, because he's probably like the best person in the world, right? But he's wearing an 18.5 neck shirt. He's wearing a 19.5 shirt right there in this picture. His shirt is a 19.5. And the sleeves are 37. So I'm telling y'all that right off the rip. I bet I look at his tag and I'm right. But his shirt is too big. And it makes him, you ever remember that little head on Beetlejuice? Was that Beetlejuice? Remember when Beetlejuice went into the doctor's office, right? And it was the hunter there, and they had shrunk his head down. That's what happens when you got the wrong neck size. And it's kind of weird. It just does that. It sucks. And he's probably the best person in the world, but that's how they do. They judge us just on, how they look. That's what I say, Cynthia, because I maybe he lost a lot of weight and he just didn't get into getting his new clothes. His pants are tailored real good. Look at the bottom of his pants right there. Shoes shined up. He got it. So he could have just lost a lot of weight, But that just happens. And you know what? People don't have the money to go out there and have a whole PR stylist and stuff when they're first starting to run. So I get it. And clothes are the last things on your mind when you're just trying to do something like this, right? So I get it. Yeah, it reminds me. Yeah, that little hunter guy. He's my favorite little person when him and the shark lady cut in half. But he's probably like a really nice dude that got a great plan. But yeah. And can I ask y'all this? What's up with I don't know where they are right here. Cynthia, were you look? I didn't listen to it yet. So I'm giving y'all not the full information. I came on here to talk about something else. But what's up with the church and the like? And I believe in God. You know what I mean? All of that. You know, I believe in Jesus, God, all of that good stuff. It's a lot. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, got it. But what about the people that don't? I always am concerned about that. Like when we do stuff that's political in churches, it just rubs me the wrong way, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Like, okay, what if I'm Jewish or Muslim or Muslim? I hope I'm saying it right. Or, I mean, like, I don't know. What if I'm Buddhist? You know what I mean? You know, but I still want to hear what you got to say. Why do we have to do that? You know what I mean? Wait a minute, what's going on right here? Government. What's going on right here? Is that a fake one? I don't feel like those hearts are fake. I don't feel like it's fake. So government corruption. Are you who I think you are, or is somebody taking you away? Wait, did I see Lotus? Hey, Lotus. Everybody I missed. The questions weren't appropriate, Cynthia. Ooh, maybe Conscious can cover this. Oh, that's Conscious too. Okay. Hey, Conscious. Maybe Conscious can cover that because I would like to know more about the debate. I didn't get to hear it. So I'm gonna just talk about some because I'm feeling a little better. I want to hit the like button. If you're in here, please consider subscribing. Hello to everybody I missed. I appreciate you being here. And good luck to everybody that's running. I know this probably has to be stressful for everybody. I'm gonna tell you about Miss Cassandra. Miss Cassandra don't give a damn, okay? Y'all, so I haven't been prepared. I wasn't prepared to come live. So Miss Cassandra, she don't give a darn. Ladies conscious. Oh, Sloan might said the National Jewish Women's Support host debates in New Orleans. Okay, I like that. I just wish it was inclusion. I don't think it. See, I'm not offended about a church at all. But I always just think about it when we have to pray, because I went to South Holland board meeting, and that's what really made me think about this too. It was no prayer. No, it was prayer. Sorry. It was prayer, but no pledge of allegiance. And then I went to Munster board meeting. It was no prayer. It was just a pledge of allegiance. And then I went to, hold on, where else did I go? Because I covered. Y'all, do South Village even do a prayer and pledge of allegiance? I wonder. But yeah. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Conscious, y'all. Thanks for covering all this stuff. So y'all, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. Like, okay, so today I went to the mailbox, and then I asked some of my friends that, were out in the area, and we got this cool Jason House poster. Tell you what, a tree, I know where the tree trimming went now. I know where the money for the tree trimming, it definitely went for paper, for all the posters, mailers, palm cards, signs for Jason House. Man, please recycle all this stuff. I'm a big recycler, y'all. So please recycle all this stuff. And it goes for everybody. Cassandra, Tiffany, all of y'all. So all this paper is just a waste. But I get it, So Jason House has these big signs that say house, and then it has his slate. Well, Cassandra Jordan, her sign, and I'm sorry I'm not prepared. I'll send some photos later. I don't know if y'all saw her sign, but she do got some people that put her signs in their yards. A few, like it's sprinkled here, not as much as Tiffany, but it's definitely sprinkled through. But the weird thing about it, you'll think it's like a little house for sale sign or something, because it got her picture, like a little square picture. Like I'm driving down the street, right? So you got a little square picture with her and a little square picture with Denasha. And then you got like all these words, and it's just too much. Well, I'm like, baby, I ain't about to read all that. And I'm like, why didn't she just think to put Jordan? I understand about the hyphenated names, believe me. I know how important it is to have two names, I guess, hyphenated. I get it. However you got it. Like if you want to keep your maiden and or if you just got two names, I don't know. But why not just put Jordan? We're in Chicago, and punch number whatever. And people would then inquire, like, it was just too much on this board. I was like, who is in charge of the girls? And I'm pausing for this. Sloan Mike, thank you. Sloan Mike said a lot of city councils will rotate the local pastors and rabbis for prayers. Thank you. And I appreciate that, because that's what I just be wondering. Like, can we have? I know we have a lot of different religions floating through here. So, that's all I want to say about Miss Hobson Jordan. Good luck to everybody that's running. Like, it's already sold up, but it's just like, I know it's stressful to everybody, so I always want to say that. And just do your best. So, child, so Tiffany's saying that we're supposed to write her in now, right? So we're supposed to write Tiffany in. But and y'all know me, I'm just chit-chatting with y'all. But even if you love Tiffany, would you really write her in? And the only reason I'm saying that is it would be 4 years of the same stuff. 4 years of the board not wanting to do anything for her or with her, or they hate her. And we don't know where Darlene just left. Darlene said, I ain't gonna win anyway. Ain't no sense in me coming back. I don't even think Darlene is on the. I gotta look. Did she even try to get on the ballot? I'll let y'all know. Did she even try to get on the ballot? I know she said she was. I don't even think Darlene tried to get on the ballot. But it sucks for Darlene too, because why are you not showing up? Just because Tiffany's not showing up, you still are an elected official. Like, this stuff just blows my mind. Like, Tiffany could not carry me to my seat. I'm still an elected official. Oh, Cynthia, well, who are they doing? Are they doing Lansing or are they doing Dolton? No, I didn't see it. What was it about? What did she talk about? Writing. My pen has no ink. Yeah, like what? And thank you so much, Chavis. Yes, guys, we have a $19.99 live stream. Go, please. Thank you so much. Cash App is in there. So this is my thing. Even if I was like, oh, Tiffany is the best thing since sliced bread, it would be 4 more years. Like, I don't even know if you guys were following Calumet City. How are they going to get through everything? Poor JR. I think his name was JR that was running. If Gardner's here, what's his name? JT or JR? Oh, yeah. I actually sent that to a friend of mine. Hey, Conscious. Yep, someone was killed at Taurus, and then someone got shot. Like, not shot. It was a shooting. So I don't know what happened. 2 days ago, like this week sometime, because I was in and out, y'all, at the school up the street at Lincoln. So yeah. So who did the shooting and stuff? I don't know. I do not know. Isn't that crazy? Now, if you ever been to Torres Submarines, which is my favorite sandwich place, it was a robber, Conscious. Was it a robber, Cynthia? That was going to be the next thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I gotta get my phone. Y'all, I'm discombobulated. Thank you. Okay, let me tell you something about Taurus. I don't know if Trina told y'all yet, but it's cash only. So I don't get that. So the nail shop in Calumet City that I went to, they got robbed. Like the lady came in. Let me tell y'all what happened. The lady came in to get her toes done, and she wanted clear polish on her toes. Excuse me, that it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. But that was my first red flag when she said she wanted clear polish on her toes. I was like, So I'm saying that to say the place is like 4 blocks down. It was in Calumet City. Like four blocks. Like a mile or two down in Calumet City, and I used to frequent there. But they're cash only. When you walk in, they say cash only. Yeah. And I understand that's a better way for you to make sure you're gonna get your money. But that it's a lot of people that understand it. They don't make it right that these businesses are cash only. But you're behind a lot of glass in there. So I was wondering how the robbery was going on. Because in Taurus, they're behind glass. No. Because the man that hands you the sandwich, he at the cashier is free. Sorry, I'm thinking about another sandwich place. Yeah, the cashier is open. Dang. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. It's so sad. It's so sad because where can your kids go? Where can your children go? Where can you go? You just going to get a sandwich. And yes, it's sad. But yeah, when you go to Taurus, that sucks because the people there know the people going in, we got to have cash. And it's a man in there selling CDs. He only take cash. And the restaurant only take cash. That sucks. Not the cash part, just you are open. It's a sitting duck because I'm thinking about it while I'm talking to y'all. Like, yeah, Taurus. Like somebody called me, like, yeah, that was about 2 hours ago, I think. Somebody got shot up there. It was just a couple of hours ago, right? And yeah. So yeah, you walk in there, you gotta have cash. If you don't have cash, you got an ATM right there. They take cash. And do you know how many sandwiches go through that piece a day? That's one of my favorite sandwiches to get. A turkey sub. Whew. I'm off the meat now, y'all. I'm off the meat. Now I'm doing fish, but I'm off the meat and I'm probably gonna give it all up. When I got sick, that it made me think about all the stuff I'm putting in my body, and I was like, I gotta cut it out. Meat, chips, man, I eat candy all day long, like gummy bears and stuff like that. Nope. I love fruit juice. I was like, let me just get myself together. So but they do have a veggie sandwich. But it's mostly like onions and peppers and stuff like that. But it's pretty good and seasoning. Yeah, lots of sugar. Rice. I eat rice all day. I eat rice, potatoes, and I didn't know that. Did y'all know that fruit? I know this sounds silly. You know how you think fruit is so good for you? That some fruit has a lot of sugar in it. Like I know it's sweet, right? But in the acid, I was like, oh man, how some fruit is not good for you. I didn't know that. Hey, Brittany, our resident stylist, fashion expert. Be a pollo pescatarian. That means no chicken, right? Isn't pollo chicken? Jasmine rice is better. Now I got the Bahatmi rice and jasmine rice the other day when I went to the store. Now I didn't even know it was different rices like this, y'all. I was like, Uncle Ben, I didn't know it was all these jasmines and Bahati rice. But anyway, we didn't talk about that. But I hope prayers to, it's not right to rob and steal, lie, cheat, kill, all of those things. I wondered for it to be a robbery in broad daylight, which is no good time for a robbery. What was the motive, intention? We talked about this before on my channel about life and hunger pains and all that crazy stuff. And I just wonder what was going through that person's head, where they thought they were going to walk up in there and rob. And I wonder, did a customer shoot him? Did the police shoot him? Y'all, I have to look at what Cynthia sent me. I didn't even look yet. If y'all know, put in the comments. Or did the owner shoot him? Because y'all, I could tell you stories about Dolton shootings for days. It was this shooting at Greenwood Liquors, which is in Dolton, and the owner, he turned around like he was, what's that thing with the Smith and what is that, John Wayne or something like that? Clint Eastwood. The robber came in there and thought he was an older guy, an older white guy. And the robber thought he was going to come in there and he was going to get this older white guy to empty that register. Man, it was a whole Western shootout in that piece. It was no joke. It was like, surprise, surprise. He had it. And man, and I don't know if the suspect got killed, but I know it was a full Western going on in there. Dirty Harry, yeah. Hey, Big Mike. I miss Big Mike. I didn't even see him out there. No, and you know, this was so weird. We were just talking about that. Like, he don't even have to. All y'all gotta know is punch his number at the poll. I ain't mad. I mean, you know, I tell y'all this the whole time. If they know their community and they know what the people gonna do, that's just what it is. Like, okay, that brings me to Dr. Noti, District 148. Sorry, I still had Dear Woke Christian. Shout out to Dear Woke Christian. He was still on the screen up here. Let's go to a Lansing Journal. I have to finish your live conscious. Thanks for covering that. Because Dr. Noti, from what I understand, he's making what, $450,000 a year. And I just want to know how long he was making that. That's all I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, I know he wasn't making that, but how long was he holding these two jobs? How long was he making it? Because I've heard Trina speak about the school board plenty of times, just like she spoke on Dolton plenty of times, just like Mama Hill spoke on Dolton plenty of times, and no one would listen. You know, no one would listen. So now it's this big thing. I mean, that's a lot of moolah. $500,000 almost. And the kids here, I don't think I was looking at some of the scores and I was like, wow. You know, it's crazy. So he's making all this money and now everyone's mad, right? And I'm not saying you don't have the right to be outraged, but as I was reading it, it looks like he has two jobs. And the weird part is I was reading this article. Shout out to the Lansing Journal. It says the lone item on the agenda was consideration of new employment contract for Superintendent Kevin J. Noti, who also fills the role of chief school business official. So I was wondering, sort of like this is apples and oranges, but remember, is that something that comes with it? Like Tiffany is the mayor and the liquor commissioner. So like Jason will be the mayor and the liquor commissioner, or is it something that somebody else can have that job? Like if he's making $450,000 a year for two jobs, could somebody else take one of those jobs? Would it be okay? You know, would y'all still be mad? Like, let's say he was getting 300 and the other person would get 150. Would you guys care? I do see it's weird, but yeah, he's been the highest paid superintendent in the state for 6 years. And guess who guess who unveiled it all, Tiffany? He Dr. Noti probably was over there chilling. Can y'all imagine? Like, what is Melody Youngsma doing in the school board meeting? Talking about us today in Dalton and Riverdale. Like he probably was chilling because we covered it on my channel like earlier this year when it was the other lady. She was the assistant superintendent, I believe. I'm sorry, don't quote me, but she had Jesse Jackson up there because they were trying to fire her, and then she was screaming out about him, and it just simmered down. Nobody said nothing. That was earlier this year. Nobody said nothing. And she was talking about, oh, he's that got all this money he making. Nobody said nothing. Now it's on, and the weird part about it, he got $30,000 raise each year. I would have just said no, but who's gonna turn down money? Like when I would have saw the outrage, I'd be like, you know what? I'm not gonna have the raise for the first year. Maybe I'll have it the second year. But he got stuff to do. He got stuff to do. I'm looking at the room, not making it a race thing, but Dolton, Riverdale, predominantly black, right? And Dr. Note's sitting right there in the middle. And I'm assuming this is the I'm saying the cabinet. These are the trustees, right? This is the board, but he's sitting right there. I'm saying nothing wrong with it, but I wonder if Dr. Nolte live in Dolton or Riverdale or nearby. Not to say he has to, but do he get on the expressway and go where he want to go and live to the best neighborhood with the best school with the best pay and leave all these elementary kids here where he's sucking up $500K a year? Something to be said about that, you know? Trying to get it together. Sonia Whitaker was her name. Thank you. Brittany says all school boards' pay should be tied to the success of its students. I think that is absolutely 1000% true. Like, why do you get a raise? And we saw a film the other day that it's no, I don't know if I don't want to get 148 and 149 confused, but I want to say Lincoln is in 148 where Dr. Nolte is. Let me Google that because I hate to give y'all wrong information. But it's a whole fight. We just saw a fight live, uncut, unedited, and nobody was stopping it. Mama Hill was out there trying to stop. I want to say, and another thing, 148 has a lot of the older schools. They have a lot of the old schools. It's like their schools are older than 149 is like not far. Yeah, Lincoln is right there. Lincoln Elementary. So you got Franklin, Lincoln Junior High, Park, Riverdale. Now Lincoln was kind of redone. Roosevelt and Washington. Yeah, I don't think like, and everybody was like, well, they're redoing the school. I was like, no, that school is not in 148. Burger Vandenberg is in 149, and they basically just slapping some paint up there for all I can see. Let's see. I've been telling people for a long time to come to the school board meeting. You have, yeah. It takes time for people to catch on. I read he submitted his resignation a few years ago. I don't know if that's true. I think I read that too, like 2 years ago or something. And they're like, no, he came back. I mean, I bet you it's not trying to take away his education and his experience as a superintendent, but I bet you it's probably an easy gig for him. Franklin School is over 110 years old. That's crazy. Now, let me tell you what was so funny. My son was going to a school that I went to as a kid at one point, just temporarily. And one day my mom and I went up to the school, and I looked, and the books were the same books that I had in school. And I was like, you know how in the front of the books people's signatures were there? from, you know how you had to put your name in the book? And I was like, on the little index card, I looked and saw some of my classmates. I was like, now wait a minute now. Now wait a minute. This doesn't make, I know the history book has changed. Social studies, something had to be upgraded the last 20 years. Some. Okay. Parents will be forced now to go to school board meetings given Trump's dismantling of the Department of Education and return the power to the state and local entities. Yes, Potato, hit the like button. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. He did submit his resignation with the plans to have Dr. Whitaker become the superintendent. However, red flags were raised about Dr. Whitaker and the board. They backed out of that plan. You know what was so weird? I keep on saying, Gardis, it went on the news for like a day. And it was like a big hoopla. NAACP came out and then it was over. Wish everyone the best. Wish everyone the best. But you know who I do feel bad for? Definitely the parents who are sending their kids to their public school, paying taxes for this school, paying high taxes. And I have to give credit to Trina Downs because she kept on saying, y'all complaining about Tiffany. Tiffany doesn't, nothing to do with the taxes. Look at the school board. She kept saying that. But, I guess they don't want to give credit where it's due. So shout out to her for bringing awareness to that. Okay. Oh, the room was packed. Standing room only. Standing room only. So he's holding two. Who? This name Larry Lawrence. I just feel like I know that person for some reason. But yeah, we in danger, girl. I feel really that's a lot of money, and it is a shame. It is a shame to have something like that, and the schools are the way they are in our area, and the taxes are the way they are, and that money could help a lot more people. What else do we have? Oh, okay, March 25th, Thornton Township regular meeting. I'm expecting that to be the big campaign meeting. And thanks again to the Lancet Journal. I'm expecting that to be the big campaign meeting for because we vote April 1st, right? So I'm expecting that to be where everybody go to public comment and they say what they're gonna say, and we see some celebrity guests coming in and all that cool stuff. So this is interesting, and Melanie point this out. This is for Tuesday. She pointed this out and said that it's a closed session to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance, compensation, and dismissal of certain personnel, legal counsel, acquisition of real property, matters pending, probable or imminent litigation, blah, blah, blah. This one is funny. This is so funny to me. I'm sorry. Okay, so first of all, I'm getting to the Tiffany part, but the closed session part, I'm wondering if it's Darlene, because Darlene has she missed a certain amount of meetings in a row? I'm trying to recall how many, but then the special meetings don't count. So I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if it's that. And you guys, thanks for being here. I'm struggling through this. Okay. So this one right here, possible action related to the supervisor's vehicle stipend, which the supervisor has received for the duration of his term. Now I'm waiting on this one. And it's because months ago, I'm gonna try to find a video. We went over Zuccarelli's stipend, his car, because we were talking about the BMW, and I think he had the Yukon, was it a Yukon Denali or something like that as the supervisor was his car. I might have it wrong, but we went over there and broke down like what kind of pay they got for the vehicle. They get a vehicle. I want to see what's the big deal about it. So what was her car? Because the Tahoes had the plates. Remember, we were like, she's not supposed to have those plates on them. So obviously it's not the Tahoe. So would it be the BMW? Because if you guys haven't noticed, if you've seen Tiffany and Kamal switch from a white BMW to a black one. So I'm wondering if that's it. So that's why I find it funny. Like, was it a lease? What was it? Okay, then a settlement agreement, Marvelia Green versus Thornton Township and Tiffany Henyard. I don't know who that is and what happened there. So you guys will have to fill me in with that. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. There's gonna be a lot of settlements, guys. And I think that's all. I think that's it. Oh, so yeah. So I was saying we got the flyer with Jason today, and it was really, it looked like it made him look like Jesus a little bit. He had like a little halo, and it was a sun coming through the name house. It was really cute. So but the same day it was genius because a lot of people got their installment notice for their taxes. Like, hey, you know, you were supposed to have it in if it's not in. So I'm wondering if like people probably opened that, and then when they opened their mail, that was like a good thing because we had just got a flyer like 2 days ago, a mailer, a palm card. So now we got another one. So I was like, that's got a sting for Tiffany part because I'm opening my tax bill. Then I'm looking at how much it is. I'm not even looking at the mosquito, the library board, or the school board. We just mad about Tiffany, and there you get your vote. It was an automobile issue with that settlement. So what happened? Was it an accident? Wyoming, do tell. Ooh, what's ESO? This is interesting. Automobile issue with that settlement. I looked it up. Ooh, y'all just thank you for giving me all the tea. Tracy, don't start. You know, I cannot wait. Like everybody says the same thing around here when we're talking. Everybody's like, we just can't wait for it to be over. Like, it's just let it be over. I think the first month is going to be kind of the worst because, you know, people are going to be let go. Like, you're going to have to get let go. If especially like if you was a super duper Tiffany ally, and I feel bad for those people. Like poor Krigley, you know he gone. Shorty Lowdown gone. People who, you know, make sure you're looking for a job. You know who I'm wondering? Miss Tanika Hughes over at the township. Will she still have a job? She's been there 30 years. It's no reason to fire her, right? So I'm just wondering, like, with the people that's been there through different administrations, will they stay? It's gonna be quite interesting. Who's gonna get a job? It's gonna be just interesting to see what kind of retaliation is gonna happen to people they don't like. Like, oh no, here go Burgundy. Let me make sure I just go ticket her every day. You know, like we're just gonna look at stuff and see what's gonna happen. I think that first month is gonna be really rough, really rough. Robert Hunt, but Robert Hunt, that Ivy League education, he should be okay. He should be okay. Oh yeah, and about, well, you know what? Probably year 3. Because see, this is the thing. Okay, so Tiffany broke code for them because remember it's that 2-term limit. So in 2 years, we won't have Belcher, Brittany. Brittany will be at her 2-term. Belcher will be at the end of her 2-term. Oh, Tammy got 2. We only got 2 years on Tammy. I'm thinking that Andrew Holmes is gonna just resign. I think he's just gonna resign. Stan Brown, we got 2 years. So if Jason stayed, and it's so funny, we're always talking about the 4 years, the future. It more than likely they're just if if she's not mayor, they'll just bring her up to village administrator, because that's what's going to happen. All the trustees probably just going to get jobs in Dolton, so they stay around. That's all. We've seen it before. Now, you know, Keith Price ain't going to stay. Now, why y'all even Keith Price going to be the first one. Keith ain't even going to come to work that morning. And you know what? He'll probably sue. Now, Keith Price is the smartest politically. Have y'all been watching those Harvey board meetings? Child, that's the juiciness. Man, shout out to the Harvey World Herald. Look at those Harvey board meetings and what's going down over there. The Harvey Library Board meetings. That is quite interesting. Quite interesting. Now, y'all know Keith Price, but he'll probably file suit some kind of way, like depending on how he's let go. Let me see. I want Nate to get a job some kind of way, even if he doesn't win. You know, I'm not wishing the worst. I just know I want him to have a job some kind of way, because that's what he's been fighting for. But people have to realize it'll never be Zuccarelli land again. You know what I mean? No matter how it is. A lot of people were hooked on that part that it's just Zuccarelli. You know, I had this job. I come in when I want to. I can do. It's not going to be that anymore, because eyes are going to be on, and expectations are going to be wanted. Napoleon ain't taking that stuff. Napoleon like, look, I barely going to come up in there. So y'all better run it the way you... you better run it right. I'm barely driving over to South Holland. Shoot. Y'all better get it together. And when I said celebrity guest, I meant Napoleon. He gonna be the celebrity guest probably on the 25th. That's a special celebrity guest if he comes, because he has made his name where he doesn't have to come. Now, I did notice. Yep, he's coming. Look at I would now for the last couple of months, the last meetings, if you guys been paying attention, where has public comments been? At the end of the agenda. Just look at the few other agendas. And remember, we were like, man, they put public comment at the end. And then I just wanted to look and see the 25th will be the last board meeting. And then we got the trustees report, supervisor report. Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there probably on the 25th. That's my 50 cent bet for sure. Come in there and just say, hey, I can't wait to do this and that for you guys. And then you got Mary Vance that's going to, so everybody going to be up there. There'll be a campaign at the beginning. I just caught that. Public comments is at the beginning this time. All right, y'all. That's the show for today. I just wanted to chit chat. I know you guys were asking. Make sure y'all do vote. Have your voices heard. It's always good just to have your vote there. Even if you do write someone in, even if you write Hakuna Matata, you just are there. You making your voice heard. I know a lot of people don't believe in voting, but the eyes were on us this time, and show them that we care about our community. We're going to come out and vote. Even if you just have 2 candidates, I know, because a lot of people, I'm not going to vote, and you maybe don't know who to vote for. You know, read up on the candidates, go from there, and make yourself heard. Because at least you could say, hey, I at least saw what these 2 people had to offer, and I went from there. You know what I mean? Or those 4 people, 5 people in Thornton Township too. All right, have a great evening. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for the well wishes. Prayers for everybody, and hoping we can get through this in the next few days. And I love you guys. I appreciate your support. Hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Bye, you guys. Oh, I didn't. Wait a minute. Why did I forget to say something? I forgot to say something else.
I got some clothes. I got some jewelry. The rest I got tied up in investments. I ain't got nothing else.
Just in case anybody want to sue me. Bye.
Commentary blue. Commentary. Burgundy. Commentary. Comment blue. Commentary. Comment Burgundy blue. Commentary blue. Commentary.